Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Blue Jean. And this is a new drama that takes place in 1988 about a closeted teacher who is pushed to the brink when a new student threatens to expose her sexuality. And this is from writer-director Georgia Oakley. And first off, the cinematography and the filmmaking here, Victor Seguin and Oakley make this feel so vintage and feel like you are watching a film that came out in the late 80s. And it's so wonderfully textured and everything. It really captures this time period, and it's an absolutely beautiful film to look at. And what really anchors the film is Rosie McEwen's Jean, who's this main character. McEwen gives such a powerful performance, balancing between... There's moments where there's so much joy in what she does for her job because she loves it. She loves connecting with her students. There's also this underlying element of anxiety of always hiding something. And as she's put in these situations where we see this young woman played by Lucy Halliday, who's in her school now, who she happens to see at one of her lesbian clubs, winds up building this anxiety, and you feel that in McEwen's performance, and it feels very impactful. This kind of film really anchors on this central performance, and there's so many layers to it. There's moments where McEwen and Carrie Hayes, who plays her lover, have these very intimate and passionate sexual encounters, and their physicality and the emotion between the two of them is off the charts. You see them at some harder moments in their dynamic and their relationship, and there's just so much emotion boiling up in both of their performances, and it's fantastic. You see the challenge, like you see her in her element at these clubs with so much joy and just the camaraderie amongst her friends and with her lover. But then you see the struggles of her engaging with her sister and her brother-in-law and her nephew, and the complications of her not really being able to be herself until you have moments where she sticks up for herself, and they just feel so powerful and inspiring in those moments. And Halliday gives a pretty tortured performance and struggle trying to come to grips with like this bully Lydia Page's Siobhan, who bullies her and riles up the rest of the class against her because of her sexuality. And the story goes into some challenging moments, and this narrative puts Jean in really challenging places to challenge her as someone who is closeted. It's like, do you out yourself? Do you stand up for who you are? Potentially put your job at risk to do the right thing? Or do you continue to try to preserve the life that you've created so hard for yourself? And this is a challenging film in that way, and seeing exactly what she's going to do. But it's such a fulfilling and impactful and poignant journey along the way. This is a beautiful film, anchored by a beautiful performance. And this is definitely one of my favorite films that I've watched so far this year. And hopefully this gets people's attention. But it's definitely a beautiful and impactful film. But those are my thoughts on Blue Jean. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.